Yeah. It's because it's turned off, probably. There you go.
Hello.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
I can actually not hear myself. Oh.
Because it's turned off, probably.
No, it's actually too low. I think okay, there you go.
You know what we also need are like mic stands, because you always hear the little like people grabbing.
Yeah, I'll do a proper setup for a podcast.
Yeah, man, you're really slacking.
Yeah, let's get into our podcast vibes. We've
Yeah.
been chit-chatting a little bit.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you for coming in such a short notice too, Adrian. I'm sorry.
Victor was fired from the podcast today.
Actually, we probably shouldn't say that you came in a short. We should have just said this is the plan all along. That Adrian was supposed to be a guest. I'm sorry to turn.
Victor went up on stage and said the N-word, and so we can't have him on our podcast anymore.
Victor's canceled.
He's problematic.
Probably will happen too in the short future.
You literally messaged me like 5 minutes after my last class.
Oh shit! I'm glad you didn't
good
have,
timing.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that I wanted to go to the club tonight. Like I've been feeling bad because I took a week off from comedy, and it's already close to 2 weeks now because I've been in Madrid since Saturday. I should have done some shows, and I wanted to go, and I know you do too. And so yeah, thank you for coming by.
It's all good. I talked to Abdullah already. He said he's going to punish you.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that sounded like sexual.
it could be. I don't know what Abdullah does.
When the club closes, Abdullah makes it a dungeon.
A sex club.
Yeah, a sex club.
You know, I honestly looked for sex clubs when I got to Madrid.
There's
not
a booming...
not because I wanted to join, by the way. Just
why?
I was just curious because in Brazil, maybe that's just me, but Spain is big in we get a lot of information that Spain is into.
Dude, there's a booming underground sex scene.
That's what
BDSM
we hear.
Scene.
Yeah, that's what we hear from outside of Spain. So I was like, is this a real thing?
I knew.
Can I join?
I knew a person that I don't really talk to them anymore, but they're in it.
Teague. It's Teague.
It's
100% Teague.
No, it's this French girl. You've never met her in your life. Or maybe you did actually one time. She's very quiet. But once you put her in a dungeon,
those are the horniest quiet ones.
Yeah.
You know, a few weeks ago, I went to Valladolid for a friend's bachelor party.
Oh, that's right.
And
why did I know this?
I don't know. I posted.
You posted it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was very clear with like his quote unquote best man, because the wedding didn't really have a best man. Our friend Peter was like, okay, Earl either wants to go paintballing or go-karting.
Fuck you, dude. So fuck you, Peter.
That's what we decided.
He doesn't want to do either of those things?
No, those were the things he clearly wanted to do. He was apparently like dropping hints like,
yeah, let's not go to a sex club.
It's been a while since I paintballed. So I called my dad, because my dad's met my friend Earl, the one getting married. And I'm telling him, yeah, you remember Earl? He's getting married. I'm going to his bachelor party. We're going to go karting and then get dinner afterward. And I could hear my stepmom next to him saying, they don't have titty bars there?
Where'd you go? Where was the bachelor party?
At the go-kart, right?
In Tordesillas, yeah. We went to...
Where is that?
That's outside of Valladolid.
Oh, okay.
That's actually where the Spanish and Portuguese empires split the New World.
Exactly. The Tordesillas Treaty is actually how they spliced up the country.
The country of Spain, of the
actually it wasn't
the peninsula, the Iberian Peninsula.
Brazil and all the
South America
colonies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was mostly
I get
Brazil,
it now.
though, I think, because they didn't reach the other side of the coast. I don't think.
No. It's if you look at it, it goes through Brazil, and it also goes through the Pacific, which is why Spain got the Philippines, but Portugal got like a significant part of Indonesia.
Right. I think
are there people in Indonesia that speak Portuguese? I guess in the Philippines they don't really speak Spanish that much.
Now only in East Timor do they speak a lot of Portuguese.
Yeah, my mind went that they literally split the world at that place. Like there was a vertical line. And my mind went somewhere else. But it makes more sense that it was like a political a map, a splitting of the map. They have that map in front of them, and they're like, we're chopping up. Like I chop my pizza up.
Yeah. You're thinking of a Greenwich situation.
Yeah.
Greenwich.
Greenwich.
Greenwich? It's not Greenwich?
Yeah, they say Greenwich over there for some reason.
But isn't it written out?
It's written out Greenwich, yeah.
Come on. That's how I knew it. Because in high school, they made you remember because it's a green witch. Greenwich?
They made you remember that. No,
Yeah.
It's Greenwich.
Also in Brazil, they were probably mispronouncing it.
It's like, did you ever see the movie Fighting with My Family?
No. Speak up to the mic.
Oh, sorry. It's with what's her name from Oppenheimer?
Dude, I'm too close to you. It's
Florence
distracting.
So you should get closer because you're probably not in frame anyway.
I think I am. I think we're both in frame.
I'm for sure in frame.
Can you go scooch a little too closer to Pato and I'll scooch closer?
Yeah.
We won't be.
Yeah, why don't you get to the table?
Yeah. Can I have a pizza?
Yeah, of course. Actually, now that we're talking, I don't feel like I'm not eating in front of other people that aren't eating person.
All right. You want to have a pizza?
I get stage fright.
No.
Finish your.
I'm doing low carb.
What were you? There was a show called.
No, it's a movie, Fighting with My Family. It's about this wrestler named Paige. Real story, true story. Her parents were professional wrestlers in the UK. She's from Norwich, which is spelled Norwich. So the movie's about how this training camp associated, I think, with WWE picks her up and her brother, and they get to try out. And so when they do her first match, they're saying all the way from Norwich, UK. And it's kind of one of those tongue-in-cheek jokes.
And it pisses her off?
About how Americans can't pronounce British names.
Yeah.
There's a city called Bournemouth. It's spelt Bournemouth. Bournemouth. And
you know what's not going to be born in your mouth?
What? Tell me.
My sperm.
Yay.
I thought this was a family podcast. I thought this was a Christian podcast.
Yes, it still is.
Okay. Yeah.
Apparently Christian and... Yeah.
What was I saying? You threw me off. Oh, anything that ends in shire in the UK is also pronounced shire.
Really?
I can't think of anything. Worcestershire? No.
Worcestershire, yeah.
Worcestershire, sorry. Yeah.
My ex is from there.
From the city of Worcestershire.
Really?
Worcestershire is a county.
Oh, okay.
Worcester is the main city.
Okay.
She was from the area between Worcester and Birmingham. It was a town called Kidderminster.
So these names are ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. Why are you such a knowledgeable person? You know a lot.
Yeah, man. Why do you know stuff?
Yeah.
Why do I know stuff?
The other day we were having a conversation at the bar before we went to the club, and it immediately became obvious that you know a lot more about politics than I do. And I started to just listen to you talk. It was funny.
So a lot of different things.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, Pato. How old are you?
30.
30. Okay. Yeah, I'm 34. So we're pretty close.
Fuck you guys.
So when I was a kid, my dad had a collection of books called the Uncle John Bathroom Readers.
Bathroom Readers?
The Bathroom Readers.
No.
Oh man,
I don't know.
great.
Also, my family's
it's pronounced Bathroom Readers.
Yeah, it's Redders. There's a city called Reading, actually.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know. Your family is Puerto Rican?
My family's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
My dad's New Yorican, so he was born and raised in the Bronx.
Okay.
Oh, I was going to say, what's that? I just got it. New Yorican.
Yeah, New Yorican. He's like J-Lo.
Yeah.
So
only cuter.
So he had time to absorb some American culture, right?
Well, what do you mean? He grew up in New York, so yeah.
Oh, he grew up there. I thought he moved there when it was really young or something.
No, he was born there.
He was born and raised in the Bronx.
His parents.
Yeah, dude.
His parents were both from Puerto Rico. He actually spoke Spanish as a first language. He didn't speak English until he was a little kid.
Okay.
Yeah, keep up, Gabriel. Fuck you.
He's told me the story many times that his first day in school, he didn't know how to to use the toilet, so he just pissed himself.
Oh. I remember this story. Do you tell this on stage? I kind of remember the story.
No, I've never told this story on stage.
Of course you would do that. Yeah, if you don't know how to ask,
just fucking go there.
Yeah.
Oh man,
so
don't even wait.
But
sorry, what I'm getting is that I think my family they don't have any American culture in them, like my parents, and I was the first generation, and I assume the Uncle Tom's things are like the
Uncle John's.
Uncle John. Dude, keep up, Pato. Come on.
So, let me explain Uncle John's for a second because it's a fascinating concept.
Eat your fucking pizza, dude.
I'm trying.
There are these big books that are full of articles, right? And the articles range from 1 page to 10 pages.
So it's like a random, like there's not a topic about the book. It's just random articles.
Sometimes they would be topical, but mostly random articles that you would time to how long of a shit you expected to take.
That is a great idea. I'm going to buy those books from Amazon.
It's like sitting on the toilet and scrolling Wikipedia.
Yeah.
But like...
And by articles, do you mean like actual like stories that happen or like... Or just facts, like little tidbits?
Yeah, so like I remember one was about like the production history of Dr. Strangelove.
Oh, cool.
Or like there would be another about some town where like a funny thing happened.
What is it, like a 5-minute read, 10-minute read, or?
Well, they had different size articles.
Or depending on the size of the shit that you were about to take.
Depending on the size of the shit you thought you were going to take.
Yeah, you just had Mexican food last night. You read the longest one.
You know what?
I had Mexican food every night. I'm from South Texas.
That's probably like the equivalent of today's podcast, because it sounds like just a guy got with some friends and like, let's put all of our interesting, like the knowledge that we know about in a book. Yeah. It's because it's random, you know, so it's probably not, you know, it's just a couple of guys they knew a couple, you know.
Doesn't it feel like more quiet? I don't know. Maybe it's your new apartment. Yeah.
It sounds like
it feels
echoey.
Very still. Like, no, just like, I feel like we're talking in Stillwater or something like that.
You feel like
we are the audio equivalent of Stillwater right now. But maybe because when we film on we record on my terrace, there's a lot of noise. Yeah. And we're finally in peace and quiet. Like.
Yeah. I think that's part of the reason. Another thing is it's just us three. So, you know, Victor.
And maybe Victor's
the problem. That's what we're finding.
God, no wonder I feel so much peace and serenity in my life right now.
Victor, go to Vietnam and go fuck yourself.
Yeah, just fuck off, Victor, please.
No, we're kidding. We're not mad.
I'm a little envious, so I do think he can fuck off. Didn't even invite me.
Right?
He should know better.
Exactly right. I want to... I know we're verging into different conversations. That's why I always want to have Adrian on, because he's a knowledgeable person, but also he has like random facts and knowledge. Like it's not like I don't know. You didn't go to college to any of this shit, right? You're just a studious person by your own.
Did you say to inhale this shit?
You
didn't go to college to inhale this shit? No?
I would never say that. Why would I say that?
You like inhaling shit every once in a while, from what I hear.
You know, I do feel like in high school and my first degree.
That's the right approach. Just ignore our banter and just keep on going.
I want to answer this question.
No. It's I'm saying that's the right option.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I can't stand this guy.
The thing is, you guys I think are sober, but this is what it's like living with stoners. Is like one of you sober to keep everything on track.
Yeah.
So we've
never done this podcast stoned.
No, maybe we should.
We should try that someday.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Stop chewing into the mic.
I'm sorry.
Dude, it's so gross. Have you noticed I've been holding my mic away every time?
Yeah, you're right. You're right to do that. Sorry.
Oh, it's so gross.
So I wasn't like the most studious guy in high school and in my first round through college, my first undergrad. Is my second undergrad where like I really did well.
What did you study?
My first degree was journalism. My second was English with a concentration in film.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Dude, that's actually a great...
I'm just marveling at how the mic picks up everything. Like you itched your beard and there's like a little itchy sound. Yeah. You didn't hear it? Do it again. Itch your beard.
That's actually my pubes, everybody.
But it sounds great. I like the additional details that the mic picks up.
Yeah.
I think it makes it like a more of a experience.
This is my pet peeve. Like
I even like that for some reason. That's why I'm not a big fan of the mic stand. I think it's great to hold it.
No, I'm also tired. Like I need to work out more. Like this mic is heavy.
No, it's not heavy.
Dude, it's heavy.
Yeah.
It's okay. Sorry for interrupting.
Today you're the
I'm
problem.
The problem. Yeah.
I'm like a perfect host today.
Yeah, you are a perfect host today, Gabriel.
I am a perfect host.
That's the last time I'll ever interrupt you.
Yo, fuck you for the last episode too. What the fuck was that?
Oh, okay. Do you want to talk about it?
Just briefly.
No.
I actually didn't listen. So
yeah, exactly.
I wish you did because I actually felt bad doing it.
It's the least watched episode so far.
I mean, it's not my fault.
Yeah, it's not your fault. I don't think it's my fault neither.
I think it's your fault.
I think we're having too many breaks in a row, and it's a problem. That's what I wanted to discuss today.
It's summer vacation. It's 115 degrees in Madrid.
Yeah. But also, I don't think people listen to podcasts in the summer. I had this theory.
That's wild.
No, listen to this. Because podcast is more of a work thing. When you're busy, you put podcasts on to distract yourself from your busy life. But when it's the summer and you can go to like a bar with friends, you're not going to go to a podcast you're going to choose.
You're wandering off during the day in this weather. So I'm staying inside.
Yeah. Probably somewhere with an AC or something like that. Like a comedy club.
Man, I was thinking yesterday, because like yesterday's when the heat wave started, right? My girlfriend last year had AC, and I feel like that was a
critical point of your relationship.
A very good benefit. Like she was a sweetheart. She was a very nice girl.
Well, let's just say it extended the relationship
but
for like
it definitely,
5 months.
It didn't extend it, but it helped. Like when I was, sometimes I get home like, oh, she made me angry, and but she has AC.
That's great. Dude, you have so many girlfriends. What the fuck?
Yeah, like I feel like I'm like that serial monogamous.
Yeah, you're
friend.
a serial monogamous. It makes sense.
It's not the opposite of having a lot of girlfriends. Wait,
no, it's
like
serial
I just
monogamous.
I've just always, not always, but like
it just means he doesn't go to sex clubs. He sticks with.
Never mind. Yeah,
you're totally,
like I do feel like I've had a lot of girlfriends, and in contrast, everyone's like, "Oh, he must get laid a lot." I'm like, no, I just dated a lot.
I think I just got it. It just like means you're always seeing you only ever see one person at a time.
Oh yeah.
That's what that means.
But that's also I think all of my friends that have a lot of sex, that's the strategy. They are not like going to clubs. The guys that go to clubs to fucking like just fuck a chick and bail.
Oh, like dance clubs?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That doesn't happen anymore.
Dude, I think
after 20.
You know, that's happened to me once in my life.
I've never cold opened.
What's that? Oh, when you walk up to a girl.
Yeah, gone up to someone and been like, I don't even know what to fucking say. Like, hey, baby.
Dude,
I've never done that either.
You know what? There's a lot of pressure in Brazil to do that because that's the norm. Like in Brazil, I remember watching this in a TV show.
Dude, yeah, this reminds me of Juca.
Juca, right? Remember my Brazilian friend?
Gabriel had a Brazilian friend come over called Juca, and he stayed at my place. And we were just walking around the street. I was like, his first day in Madrid, in Europe even. And we're just walking around the street, and we're waiting for a stoplight or a crosswalk, and he just looks to this girl to his left, and he's like, "Hey, how are you doing?" Like he just goes. He just starts talking to her.
Right now, last week I was in Mykonos with Sale, my friend. He's also Brazilian, and I think he probably talked to every girl we crossed our paths with. Literally every single girl. If some girls didn't want to talk to him, at least he tried. That's a very Brazilian thing to do. And I don't think that's normal. I remember watching a TV show in Brazil, telenovela, and there was a scene where it's just this guy and a girl at a dance club, and they're looking at each other from a distance, and they get closer, and they don't speak, they get closer, and they just start hooking up. And for my child brain was like, is that how this works? You just...
no words exchanged.
Yeah, and most of my friends did that.
I mean, they probably exchanged some words, I assume. Like, that's a fucking TV show you're referencing.
No,
a telenovela.
I assure you, that happened to me a couple of times, not even once.
Okay, but you were the owner of the club, so it's different.
Where? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
He grew up above a club, and
that's not true.
Yeah. I thought you grew up in a resort.
Yeah,
but the resort had a club inside of it.
Does that
where
makes
all,
me sound
the
like
British tourists would fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Does that make me sound like an asshole?
Yeah,
that I grew up in a resort.
Absolutely. No, no, it makes you sound like Zach and Cody. That's all.
Yeah, like an asshole. Then. Back to you, Adrian.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did we interrupt the story that you were saying like 15 minutes ago? Because I feel like we did.
No, so we were talking about relationships.
Well, before that, we were talking about the
fucking
culture
girls.
of our parents.
Yeah.
But cool, we can talk about girls, whatever.
Yeah. I just wanna know. Let's switch subjects. Let's go away from this.
We're gonna switch subjects. We've never done that before. Never switched a subject once in my life.
Why did you come to Madrid to live here?
What? Just all of a sudden, you don't.
Yeah.
Man, complete accident, actually.
You were dating a girl.
No, actually.
That's why I asked the question. I'm sure it's a girl.
That makes it even better.
A girl.
Makes it even better. So I was working for a teaching program called Beta.
Uh-huh.
And that's like the Catholic school language assistantship. Mm-hmm. And they had me placed in Castellón de la Plana. And
I have no idea where that is.
Yeah, neither do I.
That's north of Valencia.
Oh, okay, Jesus, man.
Again,
like, you always reference pueblos that are right outside of a major city.
And
that's a provincial capital.
Dude, and he mentions them like everyone should know, you know? He's like, I was at fucking Tortilla, whatever. Dude, relax with your...
I was living in Castellón de la Plana.
Geography.
My school...
Geography guy over here. Sorry.
And I got an offer to work on like the Costa Blanca in Pego. So I was going to commute from Denia to Pego.
I know Denia.
I know Denia too.
Denia's great.
Let's go.
Denia's great. Literally the day I was moving into my apartment, Beta messaged me like, hey, your school canceled and there are only schools in Madrid. And I never wanted to live in Madrid.
Oh, as an Ox.
As an Ox, yeah.
You been? Have you, like, where you been? How do you say that in English?
Had
you been in Madrid before?
Oh, yeah, many times.
All right.
I was always a fan of like the mid-sized cities.
English teacher over here, am I right? I'm sorry. Again.
I'm not even backing you on this joke, but you're still doing it.
And I used to teach a lot of Brazilians.
I know. That's why we bonded the most, I think, because he sends me the best Brazilian memes I've ever seen in my most random, like just a niche artist with a bunch of like trippy acid art and just a random phrase, and it's perfectly done. And he there's no way he understands what's going on. He just sends it to me. You know?
Do you follow Berengue Chique?
Oh,
did I pronounce that correctly? Berengue? No, is it Berengue Chique?
No, Berengue Chique.
Berengue Chique. Oh, I did it though.
It's actually Greenwich Chique. No, it's yeah.
Do you know that Instagram page?
No, of course not.
Oh, it's very popular.
No, but he receives the memes because he has Brazilian students, and he's proudly
that's not why
forcing them to send you.
That's not why I receive Brazilian memes. I just find them.
Really?
You think he still talks to his 15-year-old students?
I teach adults.
Oh, okay.
I find more. I just find more than you would expect.
Mr. Monogamy over here.
Which is
I assumed Ox is. I fell off on the story somewhere, but I assumed Oxes teach only children.
Yeah, I thought Ox was an
different
animal.
job. I have a different job now.
Oh, your current
teach
job. Okay.
So anyway, back to why I'm in Madrid.
Yeah.
So coincidentally, my last weekend in Denia, I hooked up with a girl and we've dated for 2 years.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Wait,
I don't know why.
We did long distance through fucking COVID.
You did, but you were in Madrid and she was in Denia.
I was in Madrid, she was in Denia, and then the next year she moved to Valencia.
Is this the girl that you joke about on stage?
One of them, yeah.
Ooh.
I have a lot of jokes about a lot of girls.
I'm gonna propose a little break right now.
No break.
I'll edit it.
No break.
I'll literally edit it.
Oh, and we forgot to clap.
We did. I thought about that already. Also, the claps barely even help anyway. So
that will not help.
Maybe. I think a snap is better actually, because I noticed that you've been wiggling your glass around, and maybe you want some more rum with ice, and I want to make myself a tinto.
We're gonna pause it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Can
pause
we
it.
not pause it? And I'll talk about a random stuff.
Really? You just want
to get me a beer? Yeah, I'll go.
Maybe try some new material.
Yeah, okay. I'll say some jokes.
I mean, Adrian is still here.
We can take turns. We can take turns. Yeah.
Let's take turns. I have no jokes. I haven't been writing anything, dude, for the last 2. Like again, just fucking vacationing and enjoying life.
Did anything funny happen in Mykonos?
Plenty of stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Plenty of fucking stuff. Weirdest story of my life, probably. Is unrelated. So Mykonos is like Ibiza, right? It's a party. It's fucking hot people everywhere. But this story is completely outside of that world because I go there mostly for to enjoy like good weather. Anyways, I go to the center of the city with Barbara. We park right next to like this old van, like it's kind of like a small van. You know what a Doblo is? Like a small car that has like a big truck.
I don't.
No, it's like a short van essentially.
Like a mail van?
Yeah, kind of, exactly. Okay. So that car was like probably from like the 80s or something. It's a really old car. No tires, like it was completely wrecked, super old, all tinted out, like you couldn't see the windows really. But the back of the car had no doors and it was right against the wall. Okay, so that's the context. I park against that car. Barbara's a little scared because we see that there's a light coming from behind the car. and then we look at it and we're like, I don't know what that, like, we're a little scared, like, because the car is obviously like not working, right? So we get out of the car I forget about it. We go to the center. We have dinner. When we're coming back to our car, I noticed there's a very young child, like 80 years old, at the driver's seat with the door opened and like just having a good time. The light of the truck still on in the back, and you can kind of see because against the wall there's like shining some lights, you know, escaping from the wall. And then like I got close to my car and I unlocked the car. It did like a beep. And the kid got scared like a stray cat or something. And he looked at me. He looked at Barbara. He opened like this wall, like this, I don't know, secret door right next to the driver's seat. He crawled back into the back of the truck. And there was like at least like 5 children there. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, and the
They're all smoking weed.
Dude, no weed, nothing. It was literally like 8 to 10-year-old kids, multiple ages. And I think I saw one of them in the city asking for money. So they're probably like either gypsies or something like that. I just thought that was the craziest thing to see in an island in the middle of fucking nowhere. And it got me thinking, like, I'm tired of pretending like the south of Europe is not as poor as Brazil. Because at least in Brazil, for like young poor children, we make them work at the red signs, you know. That's the joke that I'm trying to. But that's the story. What do you think of that story? Rate my story.
It's funny. It is really good. Yeah.
All right.
I liked it a lot.
I barely heard.
Yeah, I know
your story, but
you didn't get me a beer. I thought you were gonna get drinks for everyone.
No, that was.
I'll go because I talk too much.
He said he'll take
turns.
Yeah, we'll take turns.
All right.
Is what I understood.
Okay.
But I didn't get his story. All I heard is that he almost killed 5 children.
Yeah.
And it turns out that they were gypsies, and he's like, I should have done it.
What he was saying was that he and Barbara bribed a guy who took them to a club where they could beat up small children.
Yeah.
You know.
I think that sounds like a Barbara plan, to be honest. Oh, man. Dude, I'm so uncomfortable. Oh, that's because he put his mic over my head. Okay, there we're good. So how have you been, Adrian?
I've been good, man. Just working a lot.
So you teach adult English, is what I understood.
Yeah, I teach online.
Not children,
I teach
online. I feel like we've had this conversation in the comedy club that one time, and I don't remember. I feel like we did.
I mean, there's not much to say. I work for a company that contracts with like big companies to teach their employees English. At this point, mostly Chinese.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Really? Is it like Chinese people living in Spain or?
No, in China.
Oh. Wow, how do the hours work?
Pretty well, because they're 6 hours ahead. So if I'm working at 8, it's afternoon there.
Yeah, okay. It's like a break of theirs or something like that. Or?
Yeah, a lot of them, they talk to me when they're getting off work, or like a lot of them will call me from the subway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You have a whole lesson while they're in the subway.
I mean, I tell them they shouldn't, but they do it anyway. I've had students call me for a lesson during their commute. I've had students call me for a lesson while at the grocery store.
At the grocery store?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I remember one time this guy, and this one I didn't mind because he was having a lot of fun, but he calls me while he is out at like a night market during a festival. Yeah. And he's like, teacher, I don't want to take the lesson, but I still want to practice my English. Can we just talk about the festival going on right now?
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, yeah, sure. And he has his camera on, and he's like rotating it to show me like the stalls that are open, and it's nice and lit up. Kind of.
And you're just having a conversation in English.
Yeah, we're just talking, and he's like, so I'm like, oh, what's the festival? What are you celebrating? Who are you with? It was a fun little class.
Oh, that's cool. Are you absorbing a lot of Chinese culture? Do you feel like?
Sometimes.
Is Adrian fucking a Chinese girl or something?
Yep. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, no.
One of his students, in fact.
All right, we need to pick this up, guys. This is too laid back.
What do you want to do? Do you want to do a trick?
Let's do a trick.
A trick?
I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. What are you guys talking about?
His job. Just a very fun conversation.
All right. I'm sorry. Continue.
You know, the other day, actually, Gabriel made it seem. I felt really bad because it seemed like I was the villain when you called us to watch a movie, and Gabriel's like, Pato doesn't want to because Friday is such a good day for him or something like that.
Friday's Pato day.
Yeah, and it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. Gabriel.
It was literally exactly what happened. You literally said Friday is too important of a Pato day.
I felt like a bad person afterward. I was like.
You need to be more honest, I feel like. And it was a good proposal. It's a good Friday. It was a movie night.
No, I only watch movies on Wednesdays because it's half off, or Sundays.
It was supposed to be Mad Max.
You also don't have a job.
Oh, Furious. I had already seen it.
No, the original Mad Max.
Oh, dude, that's such a bad movie. Okay,
the original?
Yeah, the original is so bad. Mad Max 2 is actually good, though.
Remember when I shitted on Mad Max 1, I said it doesn't hold up, and you said that's a crazy statement?
I thought you were talking about probably... First of all, I don't remember this conversation. Second of all, I assume I thought you were talking about Fury Road.
No.
Which is like one of my favorite movies. But I in the build-up...
Oh, wait, he doesn't mean like the first Mad Max ever.
Yes, he does.
Yes, I do.
Like the Australian, not the Australian.
They're all Australian.
They're all Australian.
The first Mel Gibson is a cop, Mad Max movie.
That's the one.
With the toe biter, or toe cutter is the main villain.
Well,
yeah, I did.
You do have a good memory. Actually, I was going to ask you that. I was like, you seem to have like a very good memory.
A very good memory.
It's true. It's a memorable name, to be fair, toe cutter.
Right.
So in the build-up to watch Furiosa, I watched all of the Mad Maxes, just all of them. Yeah. And Mad Max 1 is like the worst by far. Mad Max 2, very good. Mad Max 3, funny, enjoyable. Not a great movie, but enjoyable.
Did it do well, like financially? The first one?
I don't know about financially.
Yeah. No, it did really well. That's why they made
so many others afterwards.
That's why they made Mad Max 2 specifically, which was the biggest hit until Fury Road. Because Mad Max was also made for like dirt. It was made for nothing.
Really?
Yeah, it was
super
really cheap.
You can tell.
But okay, did you watch? So you guys watched Fury Road recently. There's a couple of scenes there where the CGI is a little clunky.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you think, even
but you remember, can you tell which
I don't think it's like the best
about?
CGI in the world, but it doesn't matter at all because even if it's like a little bit, it's not fucking Avatar 4. It's so enjoyable as a movie.
Yeah.
That
it is. It is a very enjoyable movie, but the CGI is like there's a scene where he's hanging from a cliff, right at the beginning of the movie.
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
And there's a shot that is from the outside of the cliff, and it looks like fucking awful. It doesn't.
Fury Road or
Fury Road? Yeah, Fury Road, dude. That shot doesn't look great, and it's a super big shot on the movie.
Off like the plateau area.
It's where he's first running from the War Boys. And he like runs out of the cave, and it's just this abrupt cliff with a huge drop.
Yeah.
And the camera pulls up, and then bam, title.
Yeah.
And you don't think it's a good shot?
Look at it again.
That ruined
CGI.
That ruined the experience for you. It took you out of the movie.
There's a couple other scenes like that. Also, I didn't realize how like the Fury Road movie. I don't know if the old ones are like that as well, but it's like very how to say this? Very woke. Right?
I don't think so.
No? Because
Fury Road, like they have women in it. Yeah, they make it like a kind of like a, but it's not like fucking.
I don't say that as a bad thing, by the way.
Endgame. What's that one scene? You remember that famous scene? No, Infinity War. Remember that one scene where they're like,
"No,
it's women time," and then
it's women time.
That's Endgame. Yeah, that's Endgame.
They press a watch and.
No.
It's a very cheesy scene.
I think it's Infinity War, isn't it?
No, it's the final battle of Endgame where they're doing like
they say it's women time too.
Really?
No.
I was gonna believe it.
Like they have. Did you ever see Infinity War?
I think yes. I forget the names of the movies.
So Infinity War is the final one with Thanos, right?
Yeah. I did watch it.
And so they're like throwing the Infinity Gauntlet back and forth.
Yeah, I remember.
7 points, whatever. And there's this one cut where it's like all the women who have been in an Avengers movie lined up in one shot. So it's like Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper.
Yeah.
And it's the Wasp.
That's hot.
It's Shuri.
And they all like enter in like a very dramatic way and like
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's like it's directed cheesy. It's directed by someone who wishes Hillary had won.
I don't remember that scene. But I don't mean like Fury Road has like cheesy scenes. Not at all. They don't corrupt any part of the movie for any ideology at any given point. But the whole plot...
That's a weird way to put it.
Yeah, that is a weird way to put it. I didn't mean to be that dramatic. But the whole plot is actually how, like, the women have, like, the better ideology in the whole desert. And their tribe is, like...
well, their tribe is, like, 4 people.
Yeah, at the end,
they live on a dune.
Yeah, that's true. That's also true. But I don't know. I thought when I ended the movie, I thought this is a good way of showing like a feminism message throughout the whole movie.
Yeah,
and it's a very delicate. It's not like in your face.
I don't give a fuck about that. I just care about the cars going fast, and there's a guy playing guitar.
The Doof Warrior.
Yeah, the Doof Warrior. And then
but he's the villain. Like, that's the opposite.
Oh, I got so excited when he showed up in Furiosa. There's like just a brief shot.
Dude, really? That's one of my complaints about Furiosa, though. It needed more Doof Warrior, a lot more. Yeah. I love that.
How did he get the flamethrower? Why don't they explain it?
I don't want them to explain it. I just want him to be on scene or in a scene.
Very wasteful.
He was just
too.
dead in the background, right? Or no, he wasn't dead. No, because he couldn't be, unless it's a family. It's a family
affair.
No, I was going to say job or let's pass down. What's it called?
Sex club.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, movies. What is your favorite movie this year? So far
this year, Hundreds of Beavers.
Well,
it's a movie everyone's heard about.
Just like fucking Tortilla City.
The sequel to 99 Beavers.
99 Day Fiancés.
It's great. It's an independent movie from Michigan, and it's about.
It's my friend's movie.
No, you can look it up. I'm sure you can pirate it. For the people listening at home, I do not condone pirating. Wink.
But if you want to, you go to F movie.
But if you're going to pirate one movie this year, it's a really funny movie. It's about this Applejack distiller whose distillery gets destroyed by a bunch of beavers, and he's left destitute. So he starts killing beavers and trading their pelts.
No way, that's the
and
best movie.
He falls in love with the fur trader's daughter, and it's mostly silent except for like sound effects and music. It's in black and white, and it's
dude. Do you know Godzilla versus King Kong came out this year, right?
It's all slapstick. I watched Godzilla x Kong too.
I'm kidding. I don't care.
I really love the movie where the scene in the new Godzilla Kong movie where King Kong's like meets the other gorillas. And like he and another gorilla have an argument. Oh. And it's not subtitled. It's just 2 gorillas like grunting at each other.
And no subtitles?
And then Kong punches the other gorilla.
Awesome.
With no subtitles, yeah.
Again, that's worse than the fucking Leave It to Beaver movie.
Hundreds of Beavers. Yes. Yeah. No. Because here's the like Hundreds of Beavers is like just back-to-back slapstick.
Yeah.
That's what makes it good. It's like it's pure physical comedy. It's like
actually
if you know like Benny,
I do know that movie now that you say. I think I saw it in a movie review YouTube channel somewhere.
Perhaps. But like if you like Benny Hill stuff, Monty Python, like physical comedy, like that is essentially what you got.
I'll check it out.
Like it's Looney Tunes. It's
talking really about black and white, did you watch Ripley, the TV show on Netflix?
Haven't heard of it.
No? Limited series. Oh, it's great. What's the actor from Fleabag? The guy that plays the priest?
He's like a Moriarty in the second Sherlock Holmes movie.
You guys know what I'm talking about? Who I'm talking about, right? No,
I can put the face. I couldn't put the name.
Okay. But he's a great actor, and they essentially redid. Well, they did a limited series on Netflix about.
I know he's Moriarty in Sherlock the series.
Yeah,
but go on. Yeah,
talented Mr. Ripley. You know,
I love that fucking movie.
And they did a show now, and I'll say this: it's 1,000 times better than the movie.
No, there's no way.
And I saw that.
No, there's no way. Sir, I haven't seen
the movie. Has Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I've only seen Saltburn. I haven't seen the Talented Mr. Ripley.
Sir, the Talented Mr. Ripley has a scene in which Philip Seymour Hoffman drives a red car into an Italian plaza, exits it by climbing over.
That's true.
And delivers like an all-timer line, which is you ever wish you could fuck every girl you see just once? And it's like such a perfect Philip Seymour Hoffman delivery.
Yeah, that's true.
I just saw one of Philip Seymour Hoffman's earliest movies, I think, and I did not expect him to be in it. The original Twister.
Oh, fuck. Really?
Yeah, dude, he's in it. I was like, what the fuck?
He was like a comedic actor from the beginning, right? He
was definitely like the comic relief in that movie.
Dude, you know what? Movie trivia. I'll say it after you because I'm going to switch subjects.
No, you probably know. You're probably going to say what I'm going to say. Is it about him competing with another actor?
I forget the name of the actor. Who's Dr.
The suspense is killing me.
Which actor? Just go for it.
So this is very well evidenced by like Twister. Philip Seymour Hoffman used to compete for roles with Jack Black.
Fuck.
Oh,
yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, they're both
they're about the same age.
They're comedic guys.
Yeah.
They're the same age.
They're about
dude. Jack Nicholson.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's
horribly.
dead, but
Jack Black.
Oh, you said Jack Black?
Yes.
I heard Jack Nicholson. Imagine
Jack Nicholson being like an old homophobe. Or
He's
sorry,
so old now.
Philip Seymour Hoffman being an old homophobe and as good as it gets.
I was gonna say, what's the guy that played the movie Step Brothers with Will Ferrell?
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly. You know they're good friends, right? Well, they used to be because the guy died. But John C. Reilly and Philip Seymour Hoffman, two difficult names, by the way, to say. They were really good friends. And the first movie from Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah, Boogie Nights.
No, not Boogie Nights. I'm thinking of the one with John C. Reilly, he's
in Boogie Nights too.
He's in Boogie
Nights as well. Fuck. What's the one that he's a cop?
No, it's
Magnolia. He's
Magnolia.
A cop,
yeah.
But Boogie Nights was like 5 years before Magnolia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Magnolia came from an idea of a joke from Philip Seymour Hoffman and John C. Reilly. They would call each other up on the phone and be like, can you imagine if like we were cops, like dumb as fuck, and they would go around with Paul Thomas Anderson in a car, like doing like little short like movies with a 8mm camera, and just being cops, like dumb cops, and that's what originated that was the seed for Magnolia.
You could just call him PTA too. That's what people in the business call them.
I wish all those guys had like acronyms because those are very hard names.
Honestly, if you PTA is
I know.
It's not an unused thing. Also, I've never seen Magnolia or The Master. I need to see both.
I didn't finish Magnolia, dude. It's too hard.
It's 3 hours long. 3 hours 18 minutes, I believe.
If
you're listening, go to IMDb right now. Look up Magnolia's 3 hours 18 minutes long. I think.
I rewatched it last year.
How long did it take you?
I mean, it took me a night.
You did it in one session?
Yeah.
3 hours.
I watch a lot of
18 minutes.
Probably took you 3 hours. No, 3 hours 10 minutes because like 8 minutes are credits. So
last summer I was also like just crashing. I was really depressed. So all I do would be like work and watch movies. Like I'd work, watch a movie or two, go to sleep, wake up, work. That's one
now
of the
that you say, I think I'm depressed.
That's one of the reasons I started going to comedy so much.
Oh, really?
And
depression.
You know,
I don't know why that sounded funny. It wasn't supposed to be.
I mean, kind of like I had a really bad.
How long have you been doing comedy?
About a year, a little over. Yeah.
No, like literally about the time when you're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is why you started.
Yeah.
Isn't that why most of the comics in Madrid went there? Like I was also having like a hard time.
I think Michael Campbell does it to get laid.
That's true.
Like you hit on a girl at a comedy club, and turns out she's banging Michael Campbell,
which is fucking. Come on.
Leave some for the rest of us. Jeez.
Did you listen to Michael Campbell's episode?
Yes, of course I did.
How'd you like it?
I'm the world's biggest Michael Campbell fan.
I know. So am I think. I love that guy.
What did you think? Do you think we did Michael Campbell justice? Do you think we could have? What did you wish we did with Michael Campbell?
I wish you would talk to him for like 3 hours.
We need to have a part 2 of Michael Campbell for sure.
It's fun to get Michael like just going on a topic because
dude, you can just leave him there. You can just leave him and he'll talk.
So last year I rewatched Magnolia, and the next day I saw Michael. This is relevant. I saw Michael and I saw Emily.
Oh, cool.
Well, neither of you have seen it, right?
I've seen Emily. Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Magnolia.
Oh. I think so.
I've seen half of it.
Okay, so like Tom Cruise plays like a men's self-help coach. Last
Tony
year,
Robbins type of.
Last year, and Emily might have mentioned this to you guys. There was a guy who was like that in the comedy scene. just this very, very horny Russian guy
who
loved to make jokes about getting laid, like how much pussy he was getting.
Funny.
So I saw Magnolia, and the next day I saw Michael and Emily, and I was like, oh, I rewatched Magnolia last night, and one of the characters reminded me of such and such comedian. I'm not going to mention him by name in case he returns to Madrid. And Emily was like, oh, never seen Magnolia. And Michael says, which guy? Which guy in Magnolia? I was like, come the fuck on.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, we get it.
The Tom Cruise, the respect the cock guy.
Respect the cock?
Respect that's like his slogan in Magnolia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's like his opening line is respect the cock.
How come did you where did you meet Michael?
I met Michael at a language exchange. We used to go to this used bookstore / bagel shop.
J&J's, yeah.
J&J's, yeah.
All right. I used to go there.
Is that the place that we went?
But, maybe it had a library downstairs in the basement.
No.
They also had a quiz night, which I really liked.
Fuck quiz nights.
Also, the owner actually got like a debilitating disease and had to go back home. And I hope he's doing well.
Another one of those stories. All right.
Yeah.
So actually, like the reason I started doing comedy, there is a specific story. I was going to language exchange to kind of break through that like COVID social anxiety where like I didn't talk to anyone except for like my girlfriend at the time
and Michael Campbell
and people I was playing D&D with.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I need to find
fun crew.
Was this online D&D?
Yeah. I was doing it through like Discord or something.
Okay.
Yeah. But do you think it was directly related to COVID? Like, of course, it was COVID.
Yeah, because I've lived alone the entire time.
Fuck.
I never had a roommate. I didn't want a roommate. I like living alone.
Yeah.
But it's also like, during something like COVID, that kind of breaks your social habits. So I was like, I need to find a physical space that I can go to regularly, so I'm not, so I'm not just like vegging out at home.
Yeah.
So I started going to J&J. I started seeing Michael a lot. Coincidentally, through D&D, I knew this person named Alex Kingsley. And Alex Kingsley, they are an incredible writer, stand-up comedian. They create their own games. And during their last 2 weekends, they wanted to do a show with Michael.
Yeah.
They would always do shows with Michael. And so Michael says, hey, Alex Kingsley's going to do a few shows with me before they leave. Do you want to come? I was like, yeah, of course. I didn't know Alex did comedy. So I showed up. And I kind of realized, this is a really good crowd. This is a really good group of people. Kefra, and Kefra was like... I told Kefra about how I used to do stand-up when I lived in Texas, and she's like, well, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Sherwin said the same thing. Michael said the same thing. And so that's why I started doing it, because I thought it would be good for me, and I knew the group surrounding it would be a good group of people. And they are.
And they are.
They're nice people. Emily was one of the first people I met when I started doing it.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
That's
so Michael introduced you
people.
into the comedy world in Madrid, I guess.
Yeah, Michael and Alex Kingsley.
And dude, it's crazy. And now you're hosting a bunch of shows, right, at the club and stuff.
I've hosted one.
Just one?
Yeah.
I thought I saw your name more. Didn't you host yesterday?
No. I just went up yesterday. No, yesterday was Monday Night Mistakes.
Yeah.
That's Sherwin and Roberts.
Sunday?
Sunday I didn't go. Sunday I was really exhausted because I spent the weekend my friend's wedding, and then I went out with Roberts, Camille, and Zaire. Hassan.
To the fucking...
We all went out for karaoke. Yeah.
Karaoke.
I went out with a bunch
saw
of comedians
stories
for
from
karaoke.
that.
What'd you sing?
What did I sing? I sang 1985.
Nice.
Family Affair.
The band?
Jen just hit the wall. She could have had it.
Oh, no. Isn't there a band called the 1985? Or
no, the 1975.
Oh, okay. 1 decade off.
14,
lead singer dated Taylor Swift, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I did that one. I joined in on a few, and I did Como la Flor by Selena.
I don't know
that.
Sorry.
Okay. Well,
bad Mexican.
I'm too Texan.
Wait, I don't want to move away from the comedy talk. I just want to ask, do you have a plan every week? Do you have any strategy whatsoever in how many days you're doing comedy?
This is only for himself. This is why he doesn't want to move away. He asks everyone this so he can better his own life.
Exactly. I want to see if I'm better.
You don't show up at a very nice conversation over here.
Except for this last week, I try to do the lab on Sundays, Tuesdays. I do need to I'm long overdue to get in touch with Mike DeMonte and be hey, can I come to...
But that happened to me too. But if you're doing twice a week, you don't need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have the club and you're going up consistently at the club, that's good.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind rubbing elbows with DeMonte. I wouldn't mind seeing the space.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And everyone tells me it's a good show to do.
Uh-huh.
I don't think
I did it.
I don't think I must do it. I would like to.
Yeah. It's a great spot. The people there are great. It's a completely different energy than the club.
What venue is it?
Las Aguas.
I've never been.
Which is a great venue. People give it a lot of shit, but I think it's a great venue. Yeah. It's a great venue.
It's right next to my house. I should go.
It's really professional looking, and it's people go there to watch comedy because it's a teatro, it's a theater. So they go expecting a proper comedy show. And it's usually, that's what I'm going to say, it's usually very hard because the audience expects a lot from the show. So I did it twice and I bombed twice.
But in Spanish or in English?
Oh yeah, that room I did 2 times in Spanish and 1 in English, and then I did a roast, and the roast was awful.
Yeah, I've never heard your roast story, but apparently it went awful.
Fucking awful, dude.
Damn.
I didn't prepare for it.
Damn.
When I roast people, I improvise a lot. I like to be very on the spot, and this time I had to write down the jokes, and it feels fake to read out roast jokes to a guy in his face. It's I wrote this at home. Who am I kidding? I'm a fraud.
I did that to Michael Campbell.
Roast him?
Yeah.
Oh, it's his birthday, right?
His birthday.
What did you say? What were some highlights?
Oh, I was mean. I was very fucking mean.
Was it the roast of Michael Campbell? Or
it was the roast of Michael Campbell.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Go for it. What is the...
Jesus Christ.
Give a highlighter. I'll give one from Sherwin while you think of one.
One of them was so my ex was Turkish. I don't know if I told you.
No, I didn't know that.
So one time she told me in Turkey they have a stereotype that Arabs have big dicks.
Uh-huh.
So I told Michael hey, in Turkey they say that Arabs have big dicks, and Michael, you sure are one.
Okay.
That's
all right.
That's a very mild roast, I'd say. You could take it.
But that's the mildest mean one.
It's very mild.
I had some fucking vicious shit. I kind of I felt a little bad after.
Really?
That you can't remember, or you just don't want to repeat it?
I think he doesn't want to repeat it.
There's some I don't want to. But
involving the tism.
Sherwin. Actually, I don't think I made a single joke about him having autism.
No,
I don't think I did.
That's crazy. That's the lowest hanging fruit there is.
And that's what you go for, Gabriel.
No, I think the lowest hanging fruit.
You've been looking at his shirt with lemons, and you try to pick one right now.
I'm trying to pick a fruit.
I think the lowest hanging fruit is that he's fat.
Testicles. Oh.
It's pretty low. Yeah.
But
almost hits the floor.
It's hard to make fun of Michael being fat because he and I trade places as to who's fatter sometimes. So it's I can't always call Michael make fun of him for being
when
fat.
He went to our house, he was limping from something. I forgot what it was.
He has gout.
Yeah, his gout.
Gout, which is
guy.
I've never met someone that has gout, but and I don't really fully understand what gout is.
Isn't that like a old timey disease?
Yeah,
too?
That's what I thought. I was like, who gets gout anymore?
So it's a disease you get from eating really mineral rich food. If you eat too much organ meat, for example, you can get
organ meat. He's been eating a lot of organs.
Wait.
That's not what I'm not saying Michael ate organs.
Michael Cannibal.
What are you insinuating?
What I'm insinuating is that if you eat a lot of mineral rich foods, which I'm not saying Michael did, there are many ways to skin a cat in regards to how to get it out.
And eat their
but
organs.
I know, in particular, you can get it from eating very mineral rich foods. So if you eat a lot cured meat, if you eat a lot of organ meat, my mom had it. Very briefly too.
Briefly, can you cure it? I felt bad.
What exactly are minerals? Salt is a mineral. What do you mean by mineral rich?
What are we doing?
What do you mean by mineral rich?
What is this episode?
Tell me what a mineral is.
Have you ever eaten organ
Name
meat?
10 minerals. Gabriel, name at least 10 minerals.
I cannot.
You can't name 2?
I cannot.
Name 2 minerals. I named one for you. Salt.
So salt is not a mineral.
It has to be.
It's not.
Yeah, salt's a mineral.
Fuck.
Because I get, you know what also?
Magnesium.
Dude, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Magnolia. Phillips
Because you know what also is created by a lot of minerals is kidney stones. And you know who's had about 10 of them in his life?
Michael.
No, me.
Oh, that's what I say. Jeffrey Dahmer.
What are you guys eating, dude? Fucking eating organs.
For me, it's that my kidneys are fused.
Oh.
So it's
You've had kidney stones, not 10 kidneys. Wait.
No, I've had kidney stones, and I have 2 kidneys.
How many times?
Kidney
10
Sweeney.
kidney stones, yeah.
You had 10 kidney stones.
At least.
On different occasions. I've never had a kidney stone or really understand what it is.
It's kind of fucked up. I've lost count of the number of kidney stones I've had.
Is that the stuff that you have
John
to
F.
pee
Kennedy.
And there are many ways to get this out. You can pee it out.
RFK.
The problem is the way my kidneys are shaped. It's really hard to pass them.
Pause.
So what they would do is...
I'm drunk. I don't know what's happening.
Gabriel, calm down.
I promise this is less gross than where it seems.
I'm very curious as to
how
this works.
I started getting this surgery when I was a little kid. They knock you out and they lay you on your side.
Pause.
And they just blast you with like a pulse wave.
Pause. Come on.
It just hits you. What? Like, this isn't invasive.
You've been listening to too many podcasts and you just want to start saying pause now.
But this isn't invasive. They just hit you with like a pulse wave until it breaks up the stone.
All right.
Pulse wave.
Pulse wave.
A pulse wave. Okay.
Yeah, it's like just a percussive machine that's like boom, 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 boom.
So they hit you with like sound.
Yeah. Kind of
to break kidney stones.
Dude, it's like percussive. And
medicine is crazy now.
It breaks up my kidney stone, right? And then you might need to pause this, and then I piss sand for like a few days.
Really?
Oh no,
but that's better. That's less. That's less hurtful.
It's got to get out somehow, man.
Yeah, of
fucking
course.
Prince of Persia.
Wait. How would you piss sand? That doesn't make sense.
You pee, and there's sand in your.
It's very self-explanatory. I don't know how you.
But does it like? I imagine, when you get a sand inside a straw and you kind of push it out, like squeeze it out.
I kind of know what you're talking about. Maybe because of certain candies I've eaten in my life.
I don't suck sand through a straw in my day.
No, I have never done that too, but that's what I envision. I envision you like making a little bit of an effort, and then the rest you need to like squeeze it out.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't get
like
plugged.
a roll up, like a fruit roll up.
No.
No. Oh, okay.
Okay, so
it comes out.
How badly does it hurt?
So the first one hurt a lot.
Then you get used to it.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
The first one, I thought I was dying, but I was also like 7 years old.
Oh, okay. Fair.
But I also had a lot of pain because one of my ureters was deformed. And I actually got the surgery here.
Uterus?
A ureter. Keep up,
yes.
Gabriel.
Oh, what the fuck
fucking everyone knows what a ureter is.
I have
Gabriel.
a vagina.
Everyone knows what that is.
Vagina, yeah.
What if this is the moment he
shocker.
says, "I'm a trans person"? How do you say that without?
How do you say I'm a trans person? Exactly like that, I guess.
I don't know. Dude.
Actually, I do have a funny story about that. But anyway,
shit.
I had this
back to monogamy.
I had the surgery done here to fix my ureter, and I'm sure I still have stones, but like they don't hurt.
Wait, anyway, what? You just still have them in you? Like?
Well, he pulled out one when he was in there. Apparently, he showed my parents.
If the first
how big are these stones? How are they big?
They can get big. Yeah, they
like
can get
this.
Like my apparently. So when I had my surgery to repair my ureter, the doctor was like, "Oh, while I was fixing his ureter, we found a stone, so we just dug it out. Here it is."
Holy shit.
And he showed it to my parents, and my mom was like, "Oh, you should have seen it." And I was like, "You didn't take a picture?"
But if the first time you had it, you were 7, it's genetic, right? This is not.
Oh, my mom gets so many.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
My mom
that's
gets
genetic.
A lot, yeah.
I didn't know women can get kidney stones. Is that
racist?
I think women are. I think women are more prone.
Really.
Anyway, funny story. When I first moved here, I would hang out with this one guy. He's a good friend of mine. One day,
you're gonna say pause.
One day we're at a party and we're drinking, and I overhear him say, "And so that was the day they cut my tits off." And I was like, "Sorry?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm explaining when they cut my breasts off." keep in mind, this guy's hairier than me. And I'm like, are you trans? He's like, yeah, I'm trans.
Oh, wow.
And it really caught you off guard.
Completely.
Like he could have been like Gabriel or something.
Like, no, like this hairy guy had like stubble growing in, was like losing his hair, and he was like, oh, yeah, I'm trans. And I was like,
yeah.
He was on testosterone.
Who's on testosterone?
Yeah. But one time we were traveling and I saw him like get down to his underwear and he was so hairy and I was like, what the, why, like,
yeah,
is that
testosterone, dude? That's how it happens.
And he was like, no, I'm Italian.
Come on, really?
Yes, no, literally.
Is that
he was
for
like
real?
He was like, I was this hairy pre-testosterone.
Yeah, I knew some girls that had like a thick ass mustache.
Dude, yeah, for real. Actually, yeah, I've seen girls on the beach that have like chest hair and like back hair.
For sure. Yeah. I think the idea that women have no hair is like how do you say it? Like it's more of a systematic thing that women need to shave and shit because I think they have as much hair.
I don't mind. I like an all natural.
No, I like
mustache and all
look. Mustache and all. Yeah, I don't mind.
Like I've seen like I know that
you're not gonna make pause happen on this podcast, okay? It's not gonna happen, Gabriel.
All right.
I know that women have body hair, right?
Yeah,
like
plenty.
I know that. Like I live in Spain.
I had a girlfriend once and she had hair here, dude. It was a little weird.
But it's like this guy from my first year in Spain, he was just like hairier than me.
Yeah.
Like he had more body, he had more hair on his arms and legs than I did, and I was like, oh, you motherfucker.
Yeah. Do we want to exchange
phone numbers?
Trans stories? Because I have some, but I don't want to sound. I feel like no one will get mad at you for some reason, but if I say something,
well, yeah, no, this is a friend of mine who's like well out of the class, like. He's very open. Course. He's not like ashamed. I'm just not mentioning him by name because
of course, just in case.
Respect, Gabriel, is something you gotta learn.
Yeah. What do you think, Pato? Should I share my story?
Probably not. I really don't recommend it.
Do not. Let's not do it.
Gabriel talking about anything remotely gay is just not
it's just dangerous as fuck. It hurt me too because on the podcast last episode I did like a solo episode and Pato reviewed it and he did like a
that was the last episode, by the
review.
Way. Yeah, Gabriel did 14 minutes and I was supposed to think of something, which I'll tell you what I was planning to do when I didn't do.
Too fucking lazy.
But instead I didn't do it in time. I'm just gonna listen to Gabriel's podcast and
comment it
and review it and commented about it. Yeah, it was a pretty lazy approach and I feel like I stepped on his toes a little bit.
You did. Like it was
like a lot.
You only shat on me for the whole. And there was this one bit which is like I was saying how much I talk about dicks on stage, and as a second thought, I thought, you know what? It sounds gay if I only talk about dicks, so I'm gonna say vaginas as well. So I said I talk about dicks and vaginas, and then Pato cut it there. He says, "No, that's not true. He only talks about dicks."
Did I say that?
Like fuck it, it makes me sound gayer than I am.
Oh yeah, I did say that. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's true though. I've never heard you talk about a vagina.
No, it is true. Like this vagina was a second. I was saying the phrase, and I would throw a vagina.
You just
in there.
Make shit up too. It's like
I lie.
You just make shit up and lie, like knowingly too.
That last episode, I realized how much fun it is to lie, dude. It's so much fun. The best part, the funniest parts about the last episode were all lies, and you shame me for it.
Really?
Also, I said that Spaniards are famously known to waking up later than the rest of Europe and the world. That's a true thing.
Yeah, I feel like
come on.
But that's from like me.
I've never known this. Like,
come on, what?
Well, you're from California.
Yeah, dude.
You're from California. Like I'm from Texas. We get up at sunrise.
Dude,
we
people
them
in
cattle.
my city in Brazil, we start to work at 7:30.
Yeah, but
that's the starting time in Brazil.
Spaniards get to the office at 9, sometimes 10.
But that's late.
You get to the office at 7:30 in Brazil? Come on.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Everyone that I know,
dude, no one gets
from a German descended town.
Well, I was a barista for a while, so yeah, I used to do some.
Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. But an office job, no one's going to an office job at 7:30.
In the United States, it's actually later than Brazil. Brazil, the average is like 8:30.
Wow.
8:30.
Wow.
But anyways, yeah, Spaniards are lazy.
You said lazy. I said
we agree, Adrian. We agree.
I agree. They start work late,
and that transsexual people are
great,
hairy. I don't know.
I actually saw a trans friend of mine the other day, Laura. She was actually
just on the street.
Let's just end the story there.
2 blocks from the comedy club, and
Oh,
and
shit.
she's like, what are you up to? I'm going to the comedy club.
Comedy club.
She's like,
She watched it? She watched your show?
no, she didn't come.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Yeah, dude.
I think she was on her way to a date or something.
Oh. I was gonna say.
What were you gonna say?
No, I'm not gonna do the joke. I'm gonna step away from transsexual jokes.
You're gonna step away from controversy. you can't hang like I can.
I cannot. I don't have the vibe of a guy that can joke about that stuff. I feel like I get dangerously.
Definitely not.
Have you heard my joke about trans people?
No, tell it.
Oh, so
I changed my mind. Let's deep dive into this topic.
You know, like I have that joke about that time I was like walking down the street and the guy like pulls his girlfriend close to him as I'm passing by.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
And so I started to like expand on that joke about like, you know, is there such thing as like a gang of fat guys in floral shirts?
That's a funny extension.
And then
I remember
like recently I found out that floral shirts are also very stereotypically associated with trans guys.
Oh,
really?
So maybe I've
recently heard of like watermelons, if I'm not wrong.
That's black people. What is a
please? Did you see the guy in the corner?
Please, not on my podcast. Wait,
like,
what?
There's a guy in the corner here with a stand, and all he sells is melons.
Oh, jeez! I thought you were. God damn! I was literally looking out there, like.
I have a question to make. Should Gabriel have another beer?
Yeah, dude, you're on vacation.
Hell yeah, dude!
But let me
finish.
So. I find out about the stereotype, and I reach out to another trans guy friend I have.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, hey, I heard trans guys wear a lot of floral shirts. Is that true? And he messages me, yes. I have so many.
Really?
And literally that night, I'm walking by like a perfume shop next to my apartment, and there's a big blow up advertisement with Elliot Page wearing a floral shirt.
Fuck no, really?
And I was like, oh shit.
That's what the guy thought you were, and he was scared.
No, I don't think he was scared because he thought I was trans. But my joke is that if trans guys wear floral shirts and fat guys wear floral shirts, imagine like the closet of a fat trans guy.
Yeah.
It's just
he either
the
has
Amazon jungle.
He either has more floral shirts than me, or he has better floral shirts than me.
He just wears a floral shirt, no pants, no shoes. It's just a floral shirt.
Is that your style, floral shirts?
I only seen Adrian in floral shirts.
As long as I'm fat, it's gonna be my style. Like I've been losing weight. Shout out to Victor for mentioning it on the Michael episode.
Oh, true. He did mention it. Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad he's gone downhill ever since then.
Yeah.
Fuck Victor.
He sold out.
That guy.
He sold out. It used to be about the music. I feel like Vietnam is like where you go when you're kind of hippie. Yeah. And you also are a barista.
Or if you're a veteran and you want to remember the good old times.
Jeez.
Good old days. That took a while.
I was thinking about something else. Do I often
space out?
This pieced out, and then I come back to the conversation and I realize, it's pretty funny.
Dude, I need to take a piss and I need another beer. Dude, hey, I think here's what I think.
Yeah.
I have a couple of subjects that I want to talk about, but I left it on my phone and I don't remember what they are. Pato, did you prepare any segments?
No, I said beforehand I didn't prepare anything.
Fuck.
This is good. This riffing.
It is riffing. Let's continue to riff.
Yeah, I like riffing. In fact, I like what's been going on. Just having a conversation, and we're not really interviewing Adrian.
That's true.
Where you guys typically interview the guests, and I'm just like,
the problem is Adrian's such a knowledgeable guy. It's a shame to not pick. That's why I wanted to have like a movie podcast when Adrian came on, because he knows a lot about movies, dude.
We could do a movie episode. I said this before.
Yeah, you want to have Emily on.
I'd like to do it with Emily because
we can even like watch a movie and be like we're not together or like the night before and then
figure this out. I'm gonna take a piss.
All right, I'm gonna get some water while you're taking a piss.
All right, and Pato, just talk.
No, I'll edit this part out. It's fine.
Oh, time for the Pato hour.
No, this is a break. Actually, this is a break. We'll be right back.
No, it's not a break. And we're back. I have my doubts that Pato will edit this out.
You know,
that's crazy that you think that.
We have a city, a town close to where I live called Castroville.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we have
named after Felipe.
Castroville and Floresville.
Felipe?
And it's like, why wouldn't they be Felipe like Castro. Villa Castro and
Fidel.
Villa Flores?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'll edit that out. Named after Fidel.
Felipe Castro. It sounds like a Brazilian model or something. What happened?
So, I grew up in the area of Texas where I'm from, a lot of Spanish names, right? San Antonio. That's my hometown. There are two towns.
Oh, yeah, Antonio.
Near San Antonio.
I forgot that's a city.
Castroville and Floresville. And, why wouldn't they be Via Castro and Via Flores?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Joinville is actually a German. Oh, no, it's a French name.
Joinville.
Ville. It's a French name for city.
City joint. It means the city joint.
Huh?
It means city joint. Joint.
Jointville.
Jointville.
Yeah, that was the joke between me and my stoner friends. Oh, you're going to Jointville? And I will always be upset because my dad is actually a stoner that ruined our family. What?
No, he's not.
No, he's not. He used to be.
He's like a businessman.
Yeah, but he used to be a stoner.
Are we about to talk about our dads?
Let's go dad talk. Daddy talk. We all have interesting parents.
My dad listens to the podcast every episode.
No fucking way.
All the way through.
Shout out to that Pato's dad.
Yeah.
He's
a great guy.
We were about to get into this. And I might have asked this already. Are both your parents from Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm first generation. They moved to the States.
Weren't you born in Mexico, actually?
I was even born in Mexico, yeah. I moved there. I moved to California when I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, where's your family from?
Mexico City, as most Mexicans are. There's like
El DF.
Yeah.
Dude,
technically now it's called Ciudad de Mexico.
I sent you the video, right?
Oh yeah. Dude, First of all, that's like typical Mexico City guy. Whitexican. Yeah, it's a typical Whitexican, which is
it's crazy.
I'm not I don't have the same accent.
No, it's not you. I understand.
But you sent it to me saying.
You know what it is?
Like it's
probably you, but
if I were to be raised there,
you purposely.
Yeah, purposefully. No, you had it right the first time.
Purposefully did not go that direction. But the average.
No, dude, I was raised in California.
Oh, that's true. That's why
I didn't have an option.
Yeah, so I was flying back from Mykonos, and in front of me there was a line of like a school excursion.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Field trip of like. Very wealthy, very fucking their clothes probably cost more than this house of Whitexicans, and I was just dying laughing because the way that they talk is hilarious,
dude. Rich Mexicans are like obscenely rich.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sometimes, yeah. So.
Like their shoes, I know Barbara and I we were counting their shoes were all Golden Goose. Golden Goose, the pair of shoes that was really hip right now. It's at least 1,000 euros each, and then their bags are all Samsonite, which is super expensive as well. It's crazy, and they were all smoking vapes, which I thought was an excellent detail. Like whoever was doing that scene in my movie, in my life, is
the director of the scene really nailed it. Yeah.
So when I was a teenager, my dad moved to this part of San Antonio called Stone Oak, and Stone Oak is known for two things, which is a new rich.
Stone and Oak.
Distant cousin of
I was too late. Huh?
Yeah.
Distant cousin of Joint Village.
So Stone Oak is stereotypical for new money types.
Yeah.
And rich Mexicans.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
I think that's the best type of rich person. The best rich person is someone that's really rich in a third world country, because that makes you completely oblivious to the rest of the society.
That's very true. Yeah.
Protects you the fuck away from everything.
It's very true.
It's awesome. I love it. People that grew up.
Why do you love it?
Because it's
this is
so
a joke,
funny.
right? You don't actually love it.
Because it's immediately funny. They're I saw them interacting between themselves, and they were all super confident and yeah, whatever, fucking fuck the girl, yes. And I asked them a question, and they immediately became they got super scared, and they interacted with me.
You talked to these.
Yeah, because
Mexicans.
I was pissed off because the line was taking too long. I was like, you guys know what the fuck is happening? And I think it's funny that they responded to me in English, because probably they thought that I wasn't a native Spanish speaker, because I'm not. And then they answered to me in English in this very forced
that's wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have a good Spanish accent. I'm surprised that they would.
They probably just wanted to speak in English.
Maybe, yeah.
But I think it's so funny. And I think it's a funny stereotype.
They were scared when you talked to them.
Yeah, they completely changed their body.
I know you're making up the
language.
story because Mexicans aren't scared of anything. So, especially Gabriel.
What about the cartel?
Not exactly my
Shout
point.
outs to Pato's father.
Well, the cartel is Mexican.
Just kidding. It's a running joke I have with Pato that his father runs the Mexican cartel.
I mean, if it's running, it just started running because I've never heard this joke in my
I
life.
did it a couple of times. You're scared. You're scared now because I'm talking to you.
Earlier this
I don't
year,
know what's going on.
Earlier this year, I met
Sorry, Pato's dead.
this really cute Mexican girl, and like I'm not macking on her because I met her through Michael, so Michael's just there with us.
So Michael's had sex with her, obviously.
Yeah. Cool. Probably. Who knows? Michael forgets.
Can't keep track.
So, I'm chatting up this Mexican girl, and I asked, "Where are you from?" She says, "Mexico." I was like, "Okay, but what part of Mexico?" Geography knowledge. Like I said. And she says, "Oh, I'm from Sinaloa," and I was like, "Oh, that's why you're here."
I have no idea what that is.
It's like
Sinaloa is like where the most vicious cartel.
Really?
In
the
Mexico
Sinaloa
is.
cartel, in fact.
Awesome.
It's kind of northern part of Mexico.
Huh. I also remember once I was in São Paulo, and there was these two Mexican businessmen talking in a shopping mall, like at a cafe, and I overheard the conversation. They was
How'd you know they were Mexican?
accent.
Really? You can pick up. You can pick up.
Spanish accent from Mexico? Are you crazy?
You're in South America. That could have been fucking any. I mean, how long ago was this?
Dude, you can spot a Mexican accent.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, I'm wondering.
Aha.
How long ago was this? Because
Somehow that's racist.
I think nowadays you can spot a Mexican accent, but like
it was last
5
year.
years ago.
It was at a wedding last year in São Paulo.
Okay.
But a good point. So was that some part of? I'm not going to continue with this story. I forget.
Yeah, it's a bad
what
story
anyway.
You met a Mexican.
I overheard a Mexican conversation.
It's like that Louis C.K. joke where it's like
another Mexican.
every straight guy has
technically Mexican.
He's Mexican. Yeah, that is true.
I think he grew up there for the first 6 years of his life.
Yeah.
He's more Mexican than me.
Yeah, that's true.
He has a joke about how like every straight guy has a story about like a gay guy who he thought hit on him.
Yeah.
But then if you like break it down, it's not that serious. Like, oh man, this gay guy just gave me vibes. It's like, oh, did he hit on you?
Yeah.
Well, not really. He just gave me vibes. Did he buy you a drink? No, not really.
Yeah.
So you just met a gay guy. And that's your story. You just met a Mexican.
That's a good point.
Have you guys got the vibes of a Mexican?
Have you guys ever fucked a dude? No. Have you guys ever got hit on by a gay guy?
Oh, plenty of times.
Yeah.
Really? Well,
dude,
like floral shirts.
I'm a hit in Chueca. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, you're right. You're like a bear. You're like a perfect-sized bear.
Actually,
Perfect-sized bear.
a few months ago, my friend Ben and his girlfriend came through, right? And we were chilling at this bar, and Ben's girlfriend's like, I invited a friend of mine who I met. I can't remember how. She's with a friend of hers, and they both came in, and so this girl's friend is a gay guy, and he's like, hey, Ben said he would bet me that you wouldn't make out with me. It's like, oh, I guess you're paying Ben. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry,
like,
friend.
Good looking guy, but not
that
He could have at least tried. I mean, instead of just straight up saying, hey, I'll lose a bet if you don't make out with me.
Yeah, that's
He could
true.
have been like, hey, I love your floral shirt, for example.
I was wearing a floral shirt that night, yeah.
He could tickle your beer.
Yeah, no.
What about you, Pato?
Yeah, this one time in Mexico City, actually, my sister's friends are all gay, and she invited me to like one of their parties, and I get to the party, and everyone's in robes, just robes. And I
think you told me the story.
My sister, I think, just like
story.
wanted to introduce like me to her friends, and so I was like super out of place. Everyone's like high on something. And I like talked to, I'm sitting next to this guy, and we're talking, and he asked me, have you ever been with a man? I was like, no. And he's like, would you want to? And that's my story of when I got hit on by a gay guy.
All right.
Yeah. How about you, Gabriel? Never?
Fucking no, because I'm not gay. Fucking assholes. No, just
you
kidding.
don't have to be gay to be hit.
I'm just kidding.
Ask every lesbian if they've
But also,
been hit on
I haven't ever. I don't
straight
think.
guy.
I don't remember. Like, there's no story that comes up in
Even
my
with
head.
that mustache. That's wild.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Again, I agree. This mustache looks egregious. It's awful. I learned that word from you.
I was gonna say,
but
I like that word.
But Barbara fucking loves this mustache. I don't know what to do with it, dude.
Take it off.
The clothes? What?
I found an old photo of myself with like just the mustache.
Just a mustache.
I'm sure it looks good.
Let me imagine you only mustache.
Oh, I can see it, and it looks good. It looks good.
I prefer beard.
He's got a good stash. I got a good stash actually too. It's the most prominent part of
you
my...
have a good stash. I can tell. You have a proper Mexican stash, dude.
Yeah, it's the part of my beard, like
dude,
my facial hair that grows the most.
Let it grow out, dude.
I've done it before.
No, but like really let it grow out.
No, you know why? It's because this is like a theory of mine. I think it dries up my nose, and I don't know why. I think like my
holy fuck,
my hair sucks moisture from my nose.
No, hold up. How do you say?
How you say?
Seu Madruga, the guy from Chavez.
I don't know.
Yeah, the main guy.
No, the owner with the bucket hat, the owner of the apartment.
Oh,
with the mustache.
I'm such a bad Mexican. I know who you're talking about.
No,
El Chavo, but the older guy that always gets mad at El Chavo, and he always wears a bucket hat. He
throws his head on the floor all the time.
Yeah, I forgot his
You
name.
kind of look like him, dude.
You know, I'll take it. He's a handsome older man.
If you let a mustache out.
Yeah.
Let the mustache out, dude.
I wouldn't mind looking like that guy in 50 years, 40 years. I don't know.
Yeah, he looks
30 years.
Very malnourished and poor. So,
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Damn, he just looks Mexican, to be honest.
Exactly. Sorry. I don't know. What else? I had a big list of topics that it's on my phone.
You should have looked at it during the break.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Right. Let me try to remember.
Dropping the ball. I just went to... have you ever seen a movie?
I remembered it.
At the Casa America in Cibeles. You know, it's like
no, I haven't been.
I've been there. Yeah,
it was nice. I liked it.
It's awesome. Yeah,
because they give you headphones and like it's actually very well synced.
It's an outdoor cinema.
Outdoor
inside of Cibeles.
Yeah, it's inside. Really.
I know what you're talking about. I've just never been.
Yeah, it's cool. I just saw Civil War there with the Martinos a couple days ago.
Oh, you went with them?
Yeah,
that looked like a date night. Did you crash a date night?
No.
Okay.
No, me, Val, and the Martinos.
Speaking of date night, it was really weird having just one friend and Barbara at a holiday trip.
In Solid, did he hook up with anyone?
Like,
because you said he was hitting on everyone.
At least like 5 people that I saw. Wow. But that's like.
Wait, he hooked up with 5 people?
Yeah. One per day, essentially. And he talked to, like I said, he was hitting, like we sat on the beach.
We sat on the beach.
We sat on the beach. We sat on the beach, and around us, dude, Mykonos, so many hot women there. It's crazy. Like from everywhere. From
you say
all
like
around
we don't
the world.
live in Spain.
Yeah, but it's
that's true.
I'll say this: it's better there for some reason.
No. This is what happens to Gabriel when he goes to any different country. He went to Denmark one time, and he's like, "No, man, you don't get it.
You don't get it, dude. So much better."
I've been to Denmark. No, I mean, I'm not saying that like girls in Denmark can't be cute,
but I didn't say that people are hot in Denmark.
Dude, you literally. I said I was like crushing
people are
on
fucking hot.
I said I was crushing on this one Danish girl, and you're like, dude, forget about her. In Denmark, they're way better than her. I'm like,
yeah, you're right. I'm just a horny individual.
There's this comedian from last year. This guy, he was Mexican Canadian. His name is Diego. He had a joke where it was like, he wasn't even a bad looking guy, but he had this joke where it was like, you ever see someone so
was he Kermit the Frog?
That's literally how he talked. He's like, you ever see someone so hot you're like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself tonight. Like that is just what living in Spain is like. Every time I fucking walk to the club, I fall in love like 3 times before I have to see Abdullah.
Yeah,
I love that joke because I don't fully understand it, but I fully understand it at the same time.
We all understand that kind of. I like in Mykonos, like okay, so whatever. There's a lot of hot women in Mykonos. We sat on the beach, and around us, there's a lot of, like 4 groups of women, and they're all hot. All the groups of women are hot. Saleh took turns. Like, he waited for part of the groups to go away so he could speak to every single one of them. He got everyone's phone number. I realize this is like a bro story. Like, look at how crazy Saleh is, my friend.
It doesn't matter what the story is. Just finish
Anyways.
Just finish what you started.
Actually, there's nothing to the story other than Saleh fucks.
God damn it, Gabriel.
So much, dude.
Yeah. So
he fucks so well.
He's a good-looking guy. He's a good-looking 6 foot.
He wasn't,
guy.
dude. He was like the chubby.
It doesn't matter what he was.
It does for me because things changed. I was the good-looking one, and then Saleh fucking
your group of friends really
No,
didn't do well for themselves.
Yeah. But it was a fun trip. It would just at moments it was a little awkward because like I want to have like a romantic dinner, and Saleh was just there like looking for girls like a dog.
That happened to me when a buddy of mine came to Spain to visit me, and we went out with a friend of mine. Well, this couple friend, these friends I had
that
were
are
a couple.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them brought her co-teacher, and my buddy hit on the co-teacher. So it was like...
What is a co-teacher? For Gabriel that doesn't understand what a co-teacher is.
So my friends
teacher teaches coats.
Who were there, one of them was a language assistant. So she invited a teacher she worked with to come out with us. We were doing like an escape room. Oh. And so...
Sexy.
Yeah. And so like, God bless him. I love him. He's one of my best friends on the planet. I cannot fucking take him anywhere with single women without him hitting on people.
Yeah, that's solid.
And so it's like, man, you flew across the fucking ocean to hang with me, and now you're making out with this chick while we're hanging out with another couple. Like, I'm just sitting there like, well, fucking me, I guess.
But it's strange, too. Because I've been with Barbara.
In the escape room?
He said, in the escape room.
He said, fuck it, I can't escape. Like, come here.
Drinks, which, like, you know, bless him for trying. He's got, like, he's bolder than I am. Who's getting a phone call?
It's Barbara.
Okay.
I think...
Does that mean we have to end?
I think she's outside.
You think she's right outside the door right now?
Try check the door?
Yeah, sure.
Because she has a hard time opening up the door. More? No?
No.
Yeah, that's a no.
Okay.
Let me check WhatsApp real quick. I want to keep going. This is a funny conversation. Dude, we've been going for 1 hour and a half.
Oh, wow. Time flies.
I love Madrid sunsets. Some of the best.
I thought you were going to say the women.
Some of the best sunsets.
I was going to say that.
That's my Donald Trump impression.
In Mykonos, it's wild how different like a single guy and me behaves, because Saleh was everything he was thinking about. Like,
I mean, I don't think all single guys are.
You're right. But Saleh was like turned into like a frequency that everything he wanted to do was related to how he could like have sex with women. And it was annoying.
Dude, that's so annoying. That sounds
I got
annoying.
mad at him, and like I didn't want to be mad at him because I understand that he's in a Mykonos, he's single, he's like enjoying life, whatever. But like, dude, just sit down and relax the beach, bitch, for a hot second, Do
you think he's right in the head? Do you think he's a healthy boy, mentally stable?
He used
to
be.
Or do you think he's commentating?
He's recently single. That's the problem.
Oh.
He just broke up with his girlfriend.
Oh yeah, the girlfriend. I know
New
the
York.
story. It's a long story.
We're
not telling it because it's not interesting, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and he broke up with that lady boy. No, it's just a lady.
Anyway, that guy still fucked me over in Among Us, and I'm not going to forget it.
And dude, it's concerning too, because like I realize how much I let myself go.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been meaning to tell you, but
not just physically, but also like socially. I don't care. Like we were in a group of people, Barbara, me, and Saleh, and a bunch of women. We were talking, and I think I said a couple of like gross jokes. Mm-hmm. It was funny for me.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
For me only, and Saleh got so mad. He was like, "Dude, shut up! You're ruining my chances here." And I'm like, dude, relax, come on, have fun.
Oh yeah. No, the things you think are like really funny, you get used to them,
and you think they're normal.
The person isn't fucking judging you.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, my ex, my British.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
My British ex, she used to fucking rip the rankest, loudest farts.
Hell yeah.
And because we were long distance, occasionally she would just like record a fart and send it to me. And I think,
right?
I'd see a message like, oh, what is she asking? And I'd play it, and it'd just be like.
That's a great relationship.
And to me, that's fucking hilarious. But like, I can't tell this story
the
when
average
I'm
person,
like,
no.
with the average person.
You're right, and it's upsetting because now that we're around comedy clubs as well, we're so free with the jokes and like everything goes right. So it's a little risky now.
You've changed.
Saleh was upset because
because you've changed.
He's from Lebanon, right? Like his grandparents were born in Lebanon.
I didn't realize this was going to be the biography of Saleh podcast, but
and I made
here we are.
Multiple jokes about how he's like Arab, right, and Muslim or whatever. And he was a couple of times he was upset about. And this is a really good friend. I just think I'm a little bit more offensive.
Yeah. No.
I changed.
Yeah. You have changed.
For the better.
I think
physically, mentally, spiritually.
Yeah. You're just a lot more loose and not in a good way with your jokes.
Oh fuck. I do think I gained a lot of confidence, I think, socially. Did you find that for yourself as well after stand-up?
Oh, I feel I do a lot better socially.
Yeah.
I feel it's a lot easier to break the ice at the club too. You know, like
to talk to people or
to talk to people. Someone's new in, you know,
just rip a fart.
No, I try not to do that. I take probiotics. I try to stay.
So do I. Man, they've changed my life. I fucking love. Dude, yeah, I have a sensitive tummy, and probiotics have fucking changed it. It's not a pause moment. You're not even using it correctly.
Is it any grosser than my kidney surgery?
Dude, probiotics are so good. Like I used to not be able to like eat a lot of cheese or like stuff that just upset my stomach. And anyway, probiotics.
Imagine like listening to this podcast and you're like, oh, I wonder what they're going to talk about. And it's just us talking about our like
oh my god,
our colon health.
Transsexual people. Transsexual.
No,
transvestite?
But like...
Is trans for transvestite or transsexual? I don't even know anymore.
Transgender.
Transgender is the...
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Right. Transvestite's like really antiquated. Transsexual is kind of
unless you're watching Rocky Horror Picture
Unless you're a transvestite.
No, dude, it's the same thing.
Is the same as transgender?
Yeah, it's used to refer to the same person, but the term's been outdated. But you're a Brazilian, so you got a slight pass, but you're so Americanized that you shouldn't. Anyway, but there is a song in the Rocky Horror Picture Show where he says transvestite, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, transvestite from Transylvania, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But you know what? The head writer for that movie is non-binary, and that's just the term they knew back then.
Exactly. That's just
I mean, it's a movie from the 70s.
How things went.
Yeah. Yeah, like now it's antiquated, but for that period of time, that was the word.
It's also a catchy song.
Oh, shit, wait.
Have you seen Civil War, by the way?
I have not.
There's a great documentary I wanted to talk about.
About the Civil War?
But it's nothing at all related to the Civil War. It's about a comedian, Gary Shandling. I love this guy.
Oh, yeah, he's hilarious.
You like him too?
Yeah. I haven't watched a lot of him, but yeah, he's very funny.
Have you seen the documentary that Judd Apatow made of him after he died?
No, I haven't.
If you have Max, you should watch this.
I have Max, yeah.
Because it is a fucking trip, dude. It is great. It's such an in-depth like documentary about a comedian's life, and it's so detailed because I don't know, Judd Apatow is fucking crazy because he goes so deep into his projects. But this documentary, I swear to God, he read all of his notebooks, the Gary Shandling's notebooks, and there are excerpts from the notebook throughout the documentary that relates to his set on stage, and it directly shows like how he built his jokes from beginning to end.
Do you know if they have his old sitcom on HBO?
Larry Sanders?
Yeah, Larry Sanders.
I think yes.
God, I should watch it.
That show is... Do you know what we're talking about?
No, but since you both have Max, you should watch Smiling Friends. That's one of my favorites.
I fucking love Smiling Friends.
It's amazing.
Back to Larry Sanders. So
Gabriel can't talk about anything that he's not related to.
Gary Shandling was a comedian. He was offered a Tonight Show. He used to guest host for that guy that was before Letterman.
Oh.
Anyways, he used to guest host Carson. Yeah, Carson.
Was it Carson?
Yeah, Carson.
Not
he used
daily.
to guest host for Carson a lot, and he would do really well. And he would like, do you want to have a late show? And he said, you know what? I don't, but I want to do a sitcom about a talk show. And I want to be like really about the personalities behind it. So he created essentially the mockumentary style that's used by The Office and a bunch of other shows. He's the one who invented it.
It was him and Jeffrey Tambor. Jeffrey Tambor was like his Andy Richter in the show.
You know the style of TV shows like The Office, right? There's
it
looks like a documentary, but it's not really a documentary.
Yeah, it's a mockumentary, but it comes from I think there's examples beforehand. He didn't create that, is what I'm saying.
This show's from like the late 80s.
Well, no, Conan started in the 90s, so it would have been the 90s, right? But this is
the rock band.
The rock band one.
Yeah.
I forgot that director.
Oh, Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap.
Rob Reiner.
Yeah. So
no. That's Christopher.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
it's Rob Reiner directing.
But that's a movie.
Christopher Guest writing.
Christopher Guest.
But that's a movie too. It's not.
Yeah, but it's the same. It's right. It's a mockumentary.
Here's some fun movie trivia about Christopher Guest. He was technically entitled to enter the House of Lords in the UK.
What does that?
That
mean?
whole phrase meant nothing. I don't know
what
who
that
guy is. I don't know what show
is. This some Game of Thrones
I'm drunk.
stuff?
The UK.
What shire is he from?
The UK has
Greenwich.
A bicameral legislature, right? They have the House of Commons, who are directly elected, and the House of Lords, who earn their position through peerage, through their family, right?
So is this a royal family?
They're not royal, but they're like kind of
royal adjacent.
Yeah, they're like noble.
Okay, nobleman.
His dad was a lord. He grew up in the
Pato's dad.
He was born and raised in the U.S.
Voldemort.
And when his dad died, his position on the House of Lords passed to him.
Okay. So does that give him power?
Well,
this is still way above my head. I have no idea what's going on.
They do get to assent to certain bills. Usually, I mean, the Commons has the most legislative power in the
Commonwealth.
UK.
I've been getting,
but there are certain privileges that the House of Lords also gets to assent to.
They get into the Epstein circles.
Who here?
Yeah, probably. Fuck.
Who here enjoys Fallout?
I've only played New Vegas.
Suck my dick.
Never.
What? That's the best one.
New Vegas?
New Vegas.
No, it's not the best one.
Go fuck yourself.
By far, it's not the best one.
Which
How many have you played?
3.
How many have you played?
Name
10 Fallouts.
Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout 3, Fallout 4.
Fuck. You're good. Which ones have you played for real?
Fallout 3 and 4 only.
So you never played New Vegas?
I played New Vegas. Oh yeah, I played New Vegas, but like for a minute, and I threw it in the trash.
Oh, New Vegas is so fun.
Pissed in it.
I mean, I've never played any Fallout, but I'm just saying you can't just fucking critique a game you've never played.
It's a good game, but it's so far away from the universe that I enjoyed from 3 and 4. And 3 and 4 is really fun.
If Kamala Harris says that New Vegas is her favorite one,
holy shit,
we didn't win the election.
This is the guy to talk about politics with. Let's jump into the politics section of the podcast.
Yeah, what do you think about Donald Trump getting almost assassinated? First sound effect after
Finally
2 hours.
Right, like I feel like I left him open for a fart when I talked about my ex-girlfriend farting.
You're right, but it's too big of a movement for me too. But let's go into politics, dude. Are you voting for Trump now?
Yeah, let's stray away from fucking video games, an amazing topic, to politics, something that I don't know anything about, you don't know anything about.
Adrian knows a lot about.
Yeah.
Enough about, or a lot?
Enough.
Do you consider enough?
But plenty. What am I kidding?
Did you see the? I've recently, if you haven't noticed, I've recently started getting to kill Tony because apparently I had to or something.
What do you mean?
Because we talked about it on the podcast actually with Michael Campbell.
Oh yeah.
And okay, one thing I will say now that I've started watching, Tony is kind of fucking annoying and I don't like him, but the show itself is good.
Yeah, no, he's fucking crazy. I listened to a podcast.
You know what is? He just seems like a very unlikable person. Unlikable person.
Go listen to like any podcast episode where people are just talking to him as a person.
Yeah.
It's insufferable. It's insufferable?
Insufferable.
It's fucking awful. He just talks about how fucking great he is.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Okay, so I wasn't wrong. But dude, Shane Gillis on the show is so funny.
Oh my god.
I love Shane. I've heard Shane did really well.
Dude, as Donald Trump.
Oh my God.
He did the best Donald Trump. The best Donald Trump I've ever seen. That's my Donald Trump impression.
That's my
I love his there's a video of him explaining his Donald Trump impression.
You can tell he studied it.
First you've got first you've got to describe something you saw, and then you have to describe how you saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is such a big room. I walked in and I said, "Oh,
this is a big room." Yeah. Oh, what a big room! This is probably the biggest room I've ever seen. This is a huge room.
His mannerisms are excellent. Like his face, what he does with his hands.
You know what?
Points his head.
He's such a laid back guy. He seems like he doesn't work hard for anything, but he's like a legit.
You can tell he really worked hard on that impression.
On the impression.
Yeah. Also,
whenever you watch
it's funny. It's great when he breaks character on the show.
I love when he starts going off on Biden on the Adam Ray, and he stops himself. He's go, "I'm too deep into my character."
Yeah. He's like, I'm too deep into the character. I've realized.
He's actually just saying politics stuff. Yeah.
But back to
you're voting for Trump?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm voting for Cornel West.
All right.
Who is
Cornell University?
Cornel West.
I fucking
he's a
I'm only familiar with
philosopher.
Cornell. I'm only familiar with Cornell East, so enlighten me.
I'll say this.
He was in The Matrix 2.
Really?
Yeah. He was the albino people.
No, he's the old black guy with the funny hair.
Hell yeah! I know
okay.
Where
the keymaster.
Oh,
no.
He gives lectures and shit.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah, he's actually a university.
The
lecturer.
keymaster is not.
I know
the keymaster is Asian, is he not?
I don't remember. God, it's been a while.
But
Asian. There's a scene. It takes place in Zion. And
Zion.
There's just this council of people talking to Neo. And there's an old black guy telling him about existentialism or something, and that's Cornel West.
Just a very
he's running for president.
A very short divergent topic. How do you say this? Tangential topic. Tangent. I was in Mykonos.
Have you been to Mykonos recently?
And we were sitting on the beach.
Are the people there
at the
good
ocean?
Looking, or?
And we were looking at the ocean, and he just got a girl's number. He was super happy. We're a little bit tipsy, and he looked at me and he was like, "We could be in the Matrix, and I wouldn't be surprised." and I completely agree with him. I was like, "You're completely right. This does not feel real. The beach is too perfect. We were getting service from this restaurant every time. We could get refills on beer and stuff. It was too perfect." Okay, back here.
I mean, you should have been high when with that conversation.
We weren't high. I wanted to get high. Barbara didn't allow me. They actually sell weed at corner stores in Mykonos, and Barbara did not allow me to get that. No. So back to how you're voting for Trump.
Well, actually, the original point I was going to bring up is comedians I fucking hate on podcasts.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
I can't stand Bert
Pato.
Kreischer.
Who?
Bert Kreischer.
Oh, really? How come? He's such a likable
because for the same reason he loves to talk about
Do you stand
himself.
him in any other format?
Never. No.
So you just don't stand the guys?
I cannot stand him. I've seen
How come?
I've seen every episode of Stavi's World, and I cannot.
I think it's self-explanatory. I think it's very
get through his
I really get when people say they don't like Bert Kreischer. It's very oh yeah, I can see that.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like
the guy has one joke. And it's here's how much I party. Here's how much I used to party at UF. Here's how much I partied in Russia.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's how much I party now that I'm middle-aged. It's the same fucking joke.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, you're really serious about this.
Are you a big Bert Kreischer fan? Are you a big Bert Kreischer fan?
I like him. I think he's a likable personality, and I think that's as far as I'll go in my analysis because he's funny.
Without Joe Rogan, I don't think he'd have a career. Right? That has to be true. It has to be true.
I don't like this idea because it makes me worry about myself.
That you need a Joe Rogan in your life.
Yeah, because there's some people, actually, Bert Kreischer said this in an episode with Tom Segura. I think it's, which movie is this? I think it's, I don't remember, where they take a guy to the woods because he's retarded and they want to shoot him in the head because it's
Old Yeller?
Old Yeller or something?
No, I'm just kidding.
Of Mice and Men.
Of Mice and Men.
Oh yeah, holy shit! I mean, it's a book. It's not a movie.
Oh shit! It's George and okay, forget those.
Oh, Barbara's here. Come in. We don't care. Entra.
Can I?
Yes, you can. Let me just finish this point. So the point is, he says he's the guy that gets shot. That's his, like, he starts crying, and he's like, they watch this scene on YouTube, him and Tom Segura, and he looks at Tom Segura, he starts crying, he says, I'm the retarded guy that gets shot, right? And Tom is like,
he's John Malkovich.
Yeah. John Malkovich, right? It's John Malkovich.
I think it's John Malkovich and Gary Sinise.
You can turn on the lights too. Pretend you're at home.
In fact, just pretend.
Yeah.
Not that you are at home. Okay. Well, we can end it here anyway.
We should wrap it up, but I feel like we didn't even get to the politics part. Do you want to give like just a final rant on your opinions? We'll listen to it patiently.
I'm not voting for Trump. No, I'm not.
Running for Cornell University.
I'm not actually voting for Cornell West. I am happy Joe Biden dropped out. I hate his guts. I'm hoping, I'm thinking Kamala Harris has a better chance. I hope she meets Rashida Tlaib because Rashida wants her to like promise a ceasefire, and I think if she makes that concession, I'll vote for her. That's it.
All right.
Well, I would hate to put this at the beginning of the podcast because
let's not do that.
I got nothing to promote.
You have nothing to promote?
No.
Floral shirts.
Find me on Sundays and Tuesdays at the Madrid Comedy Lab.
Hell yeah!
If you see a floral shirted guy in the streets, he's trying to fuck your girl.
If you're single and you're European and you have low standards, call me.
You know,
I need that citizenship.
I'll say this every episode because I think it's hilarious. The episode with Michael, I think it was, I said something like, if you're a girl and you listen to this podcast, DM me because I'm curious to know if girls listen to it. And no girls, no DMs.
I'm positive, like, the only women who listen to this might be, like, Emily.
Barely.
And any other girl you've been... I think the only other girl you've interviewed is Itzy. So
yeah, that's true.
You're going to have to...
You're
going to have to balance things out.
We need to balance this out here.
Call Kefra.
Call Kefra. We have plenty of female guests. Or, you know what it is?
Echo?
You know what
I've never seen her live, but Echo is another female comedian.
Echo? She
gone.
moved.
She moved.
Actually, I posted on my stories, like who should we have as guests in August? Actually, you were recommended by someone.
Oh,
I'm not gonna say who.
Michael Camel.
No, not even.
Oh, well, fuck him then.
No, but like everyone said me, and I literally said on the stories, "Don't say yourself, say someone else because it will make it more fun." You know, Maddie said, "Fuck you."
I actually messaged Echo today. As a
Echo?
matter of fact, yeah.
Yeah.
I sent her a Georgia meme.
That's my joke. She said me, have me. And I'm like, dude, I literally said, don't say yourself.
Didn't you have her for like
a hot second? Yeah.
Okay.
But just on an episode that we had plenty of guests. Yeah, because at the time she didn't do stand up for that long. I didn't think it was fair. But now it's fair. I can have her on.
I miss her. I miss bumming cigarettes from her.
Yeah, true.
Anyway.
True.
She's a bum. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up, dude. All right.
Gentlemen, thanks for coming on, Adrian.
Thank you for having me.
We'll have you on again for sure.
Oh, yeah. Those probiotics kicking in.
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.
Good.
Dude, that was, I think, the longest episode.
That was the longest episode.
The one you did with...